This is Rose from In Rose's Garden, and today we are going to work on a pair of earrings using our SoftFlex Design Challenge Kit Safari, and specifically the little Tierracast fans. So let's turn down and I'll show you what I'm going to do. Down here on the mat I have all kinds of fun things. Here's our Tierracast charms, or connectors. I've got a pair of lever back ear wires, one for each earring. I've got should be two of these, yes. These are old head pins that I don't use anymore, so these are just going to become 3-inch pieces of wire as I cut their heads off. I generally use ball head pins. Now I like the extra little bit on the end. I think it looks very pretty. So those two are just now 3-inch pieces of wire, and they are going to hook one of these fire polishes up to the top of our fan. And then I have 10 of these little guys here. And what these are going to be on are we're going to make little bead strands in each one of these. So to start, we're going to take a fire polish, this flowered piece here, a porcelain piece, and because I want to make sure that they don't sink when I twist them, we're going to use this tiny little spacer, and we will bend this guy over so that we're ready to put him together. We of course are going to do the same thing with the second one for the other side. So these guys are our middle piece. They're going to go right through this hole right here. Well, they're not going to go through the hole. I'm going to jump ring them on because I think would be a little difficult to wrap all 10 up in there. So the side pieces are going to be this little cathedral bead, one of these guys, and a fire polish. So that's going to go like this. Sit on either side of this one. Next, we're going to make up. Now, I ran out of beads I wanted to use, so I actually raided some from, I believe it was Moroccan Bazaar, to get a couple of more beads. And so these little taupe colored ones and the melons are from Moroccan Bazaar. And they're going to go like so. Oop. No dropsies. And we're going to wrap these up, and I'm going to put them on with small jump rings. I was just going to put them straight on, but the connections are really close, and I don't want to smash into each other, so to speak. So we'll just get these last two put together, and then we'll wind them up. There we go. So let's start winding. To wind up I use my bell making pliers. Just grab any one and just go in here, wrap it with your, since I decided not to put them directly in, I can just bring them around and get them all started like so. So we'll just go up the line, and I'll just do this wrap on all of these. Put it around and over, and bring her all the way over like so. Just once we get this done, we will get the actual wrap done. Oops, that one's crooked. There we go. Straighten her up some. There we go. Yeah. Now I would like to wire straight onto the charm piece, but like I say, because it's more secure, but like I say, because the holes are small and really close together, I didn't want to try it. I figured that would be a royal pain in the rear to get those done. So, and lastly, open over and around. Drop her down, bring her over. Okay. Now next I have to get my other set of pliers, and we will just wrap all 10 of these up. I will probably do it off screen so you don't have to watch me do them all. I'll do a couple. What you want to do is take and grab where your two wires come together, and then you just wrap it around the base there. Stop. I think that's good. So we'll take our flush cutters and trim this baby off. And tuck it in. We'll do that for the others as well. I see this is leaning over a little bit, so we will straighten her out. That's better. Oops, hold it better. Okay. Tuck her in. Go. Again, we're tipping slightly to the back, so we want to straighten that up. Tuck. Now I don't know why I keep having these leaning backwards, but it's all right. Go 1, 2, 3. Now we got the other 2 to do, and we could put one of these together. This baby in. Come on, tuck baby. Okay, and then I'm gonna straighten this before I even let go. There we go. So I'll go on this side. And frankly, these fans are a little bit small for a lot of beads. That's why I used relatively small beads. But they're still pretty tight. Trim this off, tuck it in, and I'll tip this wire just a touch. There we go. And that goes on the other side. So we will get some our little jump rings, and we will dump some out here, and we'll start putting this baby together. So we just grab a jump ring, open it up, put it through one of the pieces of our fan, and then the proper piece number 1. we'll just go down the line until we have all 5 on. Now, ordinarily, I'd tell you to put the smaller piece on first, but we're to have plenty of space on these jump rings to get both on without having to worry about it. Okay, there's all our swingy pieces on there. Now, you could just put the ear wire directly on here, though you would need 2 jump rings to do it, otherwise it would go to the side. Some people prefer that. I prefer it to the front. But we're going to now put on the fire polish that goes up above. Since we're only putting on 1 bead, we can wrap this pretty high. And I am just going to hardwire this one in instead of jump ringing it. So I need to leave a gap to put my piece on. There we go. Now I will wrap this baby up, bring the wires back together, switch hands so it's up above up there, and then we'll wrap this about 3 times. Well, if I can get it to come, 2, and oop, come on baby, 3. Now this slid up the wire some, so I'm going to take and push it so that it's up higher. There we go. And now we're going to trim it off, tuck it in, see if we're straight here. We're a teeny bit crooked, not too bad. And then we need to put our fire polish on. Now the next step is to put our ear wire on, and we're going to hardwire it in too. But because the wire goes this way, we need our loop to go like this. So we're going to roll it sideways and then make our bend right here. So now that we've got the bend in there, we get our veil making pliers out, go up and over and around, bring her over, leave a gap And get her so she's sitting like this. Now we want to feed our ear wire in. Now this earring doesn't have a definite front and back, so you could feed it either way. I always feed it from the back facing me when we come around here, and then when it comes around it faces the front if you are doing a definite front back earring. So now we'll wrap up this last little bit. Trim our wire and tuck her in. Now we'll look it over and make sure there's no wires that are bent and need to be straightened. Everything looks pretty good. So here is our first earring all finished. Doesn't that turn out pretty? So now we'll start doing the exact same thing with the other side. We're going to wrap these beads up, hook them onto our fan with our jump rings, and then do our fire polish at the top. So let's get started doing that. It doesn't matter which one you grab, just grab one and start wrapping. So there's about where we need to end. And tuck it in. Oh, you come on, tuck. There we go. And this is a little crooked to the back, so I'm straightening it some. There we go. And so there is the first one, and now I just got to do the other 4. And I'll probably fast forward this part so that, because you don't need to watch me at normal speed, do 4 more wraps. So again, come here you. Now, since all of those are on, we can put these jump rings away. But the last thing to do is to put the fire polish up here and the ear wire on. So again, we will go probably close to over halfway because this is only 1 bead. So we don't need a lot of extra. And we will just wrap this side up. Got to remember, we want to leave that gap because we're putting it onto the fan here. So just slide her on here. And then grab hold. And just wrap like 2 or 3 times. And that looks to be down a little bit. So I'm going to push it up some with my thumb. And then I'll do my wraps. 1, 2, and I think we did 3 over here. It looks like it. So 3. Trim this baby off and tuck her in. Looks pretty good. Could maybe go a little bit. There we go. Put on the fire polish. Now remember, here's where we need to do we need to bend it to this side. So bend it over. Get our bell making pliers out, up and over and around. leaving a small gap since we're going to put our ear wire on here. And I don't have it, there we go. So then we feed our ear wire in. Thought I had got myself, there we go. Now we will grab this where they come together. And we'll wrap this top one. Trim off a little bit of excess and tuck her in. Come on, baby, tuck. There we go. And, oh, we're crooked. So we got to straighten out our wire here. Still a bit crooked. Now let's see how the others look. They're looking like they're fine, though this one's looking a little bit tipped. So we'll straighten it up. There we go. There's earring number 2. Aren't those pretty? I really like them. I think they turned out nicely. So here we go. Here are our really pretty earrings made from our SoftFlex Design Challenge Kit Safari. Aren't those fun and pretty? Actually, they're a nice length too. I've been making a lot of them lately that end up in my private collection because I really like them. These might be another one. Aren't those pretty? Again, we used the SoftFlex Design Challenge Kit Safari to make these, and I think they turned out really, really pretty. So this has been Rose from In Rose's Garden, and we will see you next time. Bye-bye.